everyone and welcome to I Want to Bake Free. You know, आज सुबह मुझे एक डरावना सपना आया. Of course, in my dream, I was in New York and I was walking around 34th, really happy, eating a pretzel when a cyclist smiles at me, passes me by, and swoosh, he chori karos my pretzel and then just zooms off. I mean, how डरावना is that to have your food stolen in your dream, just as I was about to... Anyway, just for that, मैं यहाँ pretzels बनाने जा रही हूँ. A chicken biryani bake, sugar snow globe dessert. So pretzels are twisted breads originally from Germany. कहते हैं कि pretzel का origin biblical times में है. कई लोग ये भी कहते हैं कि ये twisted bread emblem था किसी baker का. Anyway, the twisty knots have become really popular and are now extremely precious now that they are being stolen in my dreams. So, just let's get started. These are 5 cups of flour. Now, add a tiny bit of salt and caster sugar. And then, of course, some oil. Give this all a nice stir. This flour needs about 1.5 cups of water. And now to this, I'm going to add our activated yeast. I'm now going to just cut this in till all the flour comes together with the water. I'm going to take this out onto my tabletop and give this a nice good knead. We're going to leave this for proving. We're going to put some oil into our bowl. Okay. We just put a little oil on it and leave it in a nice warm place to prove. It is. I'm just going to take this out. Take all the air out of it. Just bring this together. What we have here is some hot water into which I'm going to be adding some soda bicarb. Now the reason we dip the dough of the pretzel into this hot bath is because we want that nice chewy texture. So here's my tray. We need some parchment paper put into it. Put a little oil so that our parchment paper does not really move. So we take this little piece of dough. We roll it out into a cylinder. So you take this and you go left over right. And then you put this into your hand and you press it here. And you just keep it here on a floured top. And you go for your next piece. So you again repeat the process. And you turn it around and lay it here. Now, like any good mom does, you need to give your pretzels a little warm bath. So after this warm bath, we're going to leave these pretzels to prove in a nice, warm, clean place. Now, just before we're going to leave this to prove, I'm going to put a little kosher salt and caraway seeds. This is like a classic topping for these pretzels. So let's go. So now, because they are damp, this kosher salt will stick onto them. Our pretzels are so beautifully proofed. They're nice and chubby and they're all set to get into the oven. It took about 30 minutes for them to proof. And now I'm going to put them in a preheated oven, 230 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. yummy. So if you want to know how to make this, I suggest you go and watch the recap really carefully.
To make pretzels, take 600 gram all-purpose flour in a bowl. Add 1.5 teaspoons salt, 60 gram castor sugar, 1 tablespoon vegetable oil, 180 to 200 ml water and 4 teaspoon activated yeast. Mix it all together to form a dough. Knead the dough on the tabletop to form a round shape. Drizzle 1 tablespoon vegetable oil in the bowl and proof the dough for 40 minutes under a wet muslin cloth. After proving, take out your dough on the tabletop and remove air from the dough by pressing with your fingers. Form medium-sized round balls of the dough. Drizzle some vegetable oil on a baking tray and stick a parchment paper over it. Now roll the medium-sized round balls in a cylindrical shape and join both the ends to form the pretzel. Similarly, make the pretzel from the rest of the dough. For warm water bath, take 500 ml hot water in a container and add 60 gram baking soda. Now, dip the prepared pretzel in the warm water bath. Sprinkle 1/4 cup kosher salt and 1 teaspoon caraway seeds over it. Proof the pretzel dough again for 30 minutes and in a preheated oven at 230 degrees Celsius, bake for 10 to 12 minutes. Your pretzels are ready.